Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Okay, so it turns out I forgot to continue our upgrades for the Argo, which I feel are somewhat necessary. We did get that training module done, which is very nice, giving us a little bit of XP every day for our pilots. That is nice. What we do need to do though is to continue on improving things. So at the moment we could go ahead for some extra tech points. 20 days is a fair bit of time. It doesn't matter which one of those we choose. And then beyond that, what else is there? Another mech bay. Let's see, that'll allow us to have 6 more mechs, 3 more tech points. It is more expensive, but it does take just as long. Tempting, but again, money is a bit of an issue right now. Maybe we go... What do we want? Structural repair, power supply, 20 days as well. I'm looking for something that's fairly quick. Let's see, 15 days. We could do some recreation. That'd be relatively cheap. Our morale isn't the best, but it could be a lot worse. Yeah, you know what? I think what we'll do is... I think we'll go for one of everything right now. Let's go for the lounge.
Sure thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Okay, so now that we've got that, that should be one of everything. That's very nice. We'll then maybe focus in on maybe some more structure and then see what that opens up. I do like the idea of the mech bay, but right now that is incredibly expensive and that's not even close. And it also takes a few less days. So we'll go ahead and we'll work on that. But in the meantime, we have a contract to go and do while Farah works on the ship. I'm going to go ahead and fly swatter it is. So we're going to go ahead and jump on in. We have another assassination mission. I am tempted to take some degree of salvage. There is a lot on offer, so I think we're going to have some decent stuff. And realistically, it's about 110,000 different depending on which one we take. And realistically, I wouldn't mind a little bit of extra salvage for as we make things work. As we rework a few of our mechs. So we're going to go ahead and do this today, and hopefully things will work out nicely. Okay, so we are still in a bit of a pickle. We've still got a few people who are out injured, which is going to be for a bit. We've got a pretty good setup at this stage. The Phoenix Hawk worked out rather well with Cheese Goblin. Tank's got some recoil penalties for that UAC, and then we've got Big Man doing some pretty good stuff with that spider and that sensor locking, and our Javelin is there just in case. But either way, let's go ahead and deploy. And we'll see how we go. Now, this biome is in the lowlands, which admittedly is quite a nice change. We've been in the desert for a bit, which does give us some penalties to heat sinking, and so with some of our big heavy hitters, that certainly does cost us a little bit of efficiency, which I'm very glad to see is, mitigated here. Also too, I believe Tank also now has another bonus for an extra 15 heat before he overheats in the mech, so that's also quite nice. Alright, so either way, let's go ahead and read things through. Our objective is to destroy the target and escape. Commander, this mission should be simple. A Taurian noble is participating in a patrol as a show of support for the troops. She's insisted on using her ancestral family mech, which is a Cicada 2A. This should make eliminating her quite easy. Recognize the danger. Her handlers have sent along an extremely heavy supporting lance. If you're quick and aggressive, you should be able to destroy her little cicada before her escorts can react. Well, a hit and run operation should be straightforward enough, Commander. Just remember that if you get bogged down in fighting the escorts, escape is always an option.
Command interface initiated.
Well, the last one of these didn't work out too well. Let's see if this is different. Alright, if you ask me, boss, anyone who sends their VIPs out in a Cicada 2A is asking to be shot. Anything else useful to offer? These little guys are fast, so watch for the VIP to make a run for it. Alright. Noted. Commander, remember that we're expecting a very heavy escort, so it might be wiser to hit the target and then run for the LZ here. Good luck and good hunting. Okay, well, best news is we've got some water around. If we can... Oh, actually, hang on a second. Ambushes and a supporting force? Wow, okay, this could be a lot for us to take on, but it is what it is. Alright, let's move up. I am questioning whether we've done the right thing with our javelin, though. I'm thinking maybe we could potentially drop off that LRM-5 for maybe 2 medium lasers. That way, when we do run out of ammo, which does seem to happen a bit, we could at least still do some decent damage. But either way, we'll sort that out when we get to it. Let's bring our spider up over there. Phoenix Hawk. Let's go ahead and jumping, sprinting. It's about the same.
As you wish.
Hopefully they'll
This
try
looks
and.
like a prime spot for an ambush. Be careful, Commander. You don't want to get caught in a crossfire.
Alright, we'll see if we can get them to come to us, but even if not, we'll have to see. Alright, so there's some good cover up here. We could probably pop up over the crest, and I think that that's ideal. Let's just stay a little bit careful so we don't... Oh,
Enemy detected.
take that back. Looks like we've already got contact. Unknown mech, supporting forces. Okay, well...
Waiting for orders.
At least we know what we're dealing with. Let's get this spider into sprint.
Moving to position.
Yep, we've got a few contacts. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Enforcer. This is going to take us a little bit to get to. Alright, I'm not sure where we go right now. Let's head... Yeah, jump jets aren't going to get us far. Let's just sprint. We'll take position up over here. Actually, you know, let's head off to the left a little bit. If we can keep the water, we might be able to fire off a few things and not have too much trouble. As for our Phoenix Hawk, let's bring that on up.
Have no doubt it will be done.
And now we can see what we're dealing with. Alright, 4 light mechs. This isn't bad. Yeah, that's not the worst. And then 1, 3 as well. Okay, let's go ahead and reserve. Again, let them try and come to us. They don't know what they're dealing with, but neither do we. And if we can avoid trouble, we should. Alright, well, first shot of the mission, and we managed to dodge. This is good. Hang on a second, what did we see there? I saw something for a fraction of a second. Oh, hang on a second. I think there's going to be a mech with some kind of electronic warfare suite, isn't there? That would make a little bit of sense. Doesn't make me particularly happy, but it is what it is. Ambushes, ambushes, okay. Well then, what to do? I think we'll go ahead and bring our Enforcer up. Maybe we take a pot shot with the PPC?
Good to go.
Oh, you know what? There's only one more mech for them to move. Let's see where it goes. We've got cover, good evasion. Let's just bring them to us and then we'll sort it out. Oh, and apparently there's more mechs that I'm not aware of. Okay, well. Structure exposed already.
That shot got past my armor.
This could get bad. Yeah, action economy is going to be highly important, I feel.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, yeah, supporting forces. Yeah, again, all of these are Taurians. It's not like that's really up for debate. Where is our target's all the way up here? That's so far for us to get to. Alright, and what happened here? We've already got a leg busted up. That is terrible news. Let's go ahead and jump. I think that this is
Jumping.
the best mix of evasion and whatever else we have access to. Lots and lots of locusts. A Vindicator PPC. Yeah, okay, we might need to take care of that thing, but we'll see how we can do. I think for now, those LRMs, more LRMs, more LRMs. Oh my goodness, these guys are really doubling down. Okay, so 60% on that medium laser. 70 for that small. Okay, I think at this rate, as much as I would love to sensor lock here, I think we maybe try and weaken some of these guys so they can do less damage in the future. Yeah, that medium laser is definitely not going to hit. So we'll go ahead and we'll focus one shot here and one shot there. We'll see what we can do.
Acknowledged.
Again, potentially just making it a bit easier for a PPC to hit that, or maybe, I don't know, whatever else we have access to. Alright, what could we do? 70% against the Vindicator. I think that's probably our best bet. All of these are way too quick for us to have a good shot at. I think... Actually, you know what? That's not going to be as big of an issue. Let's see what we can do back here. 45% across the board. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we go for the PPC from distance. I think that would be... I think that'd be the best thing, but let's get this Phoenix Hawk up and running. In fact, you know what? I want to take out... as much of this thing as possible. We do have multi-target, so we could even fire our MGs at the Locust, and I think that's what we're going to do.
Confirmed.
Yeah, this is what we're doing. Alright, so shots here. Let's remove that evasion, see if we can get some damage on. Machine guns, just for the sake of...
Locking on target.
damage. Alright. Really want to get that PPC taken out. Alright, let's see what else there is. Alright, so the Javelin, that's not going to make a huge difference. Let's move. If we go here, that is the wrong one. Here we go. Alright, that's better. 55% now. That's much nicer. Unfortunately, we do not have enough resolve for a precision shot. So we're actually not going to fire off that UAC just yet. We're just going to go with the PPC. Heat is going to stay nice and cool in the water, but it does mean that, yeah, we won't take any recoil penalties on the next turn for that. Alright, come on, how did we do? We did damage. Okay, that's something. Where do we hit? Right torso. Okay, heat sinks. PPC as well. Okay, that's not the worst. Let's move our way up and we will focus 80% on that. I know this will mitigate the damage with the cover, but again, we're trying to focus and make it easier. Alright, so 7 enemies. A lot of them are locusts. Damage reduction, good. Now let's go ahead and... what do we see?
Good to go.
Could use that spider. Melee is now going higher, which is nice. I think we go for some evasion. Yeah, I feel like this is a locust as well, but we're going to go ahead and quickly jump on over here. This thing has not much in the way of close range weapons, so we're going to go ahead and jump. We'll get as close as we can theoretically for maximum evasion with still putting on lots of damage. We've got cover from this thing for now. Hopefully we can avoid getting shot in the back.
Roger.
And again, our left leg should be somewhat more protected, I hope. Let's see what we can do here.
Copy that.
I doubt it'll do much, but again, anything we can do is good. Alright, let's see what this locust plague has for us. Alright, let's see. Javelin, what do we do? Well, we could move forwards, that's not going to help us much. We could move a little bit closer, but again, what's the point? There's some... I think we just stay where we are. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and see if we can take out one of its weapons before it fires. I think we're happy where we are. No structural damage from what I could tell. I think we just took off some of the armor. Alrighty. What's the Panther going to do? Big shot at that spider, but that's the evasion paying off right there. The Locust E, yeah, that's gonna start chewing through some stuff. We might need to go up and melee, potentially. So let's see, what did we do? Fair bit of damage on the center torso. Yeah, as soon as we can take that out, the better. Let's get our Enforcer. What could we take a shot at? 255s to hit. It's not the worst. If we moved up closer though, could we still gain targeting data? That is what I want to know. Still 55s. Let's just see what we can come up with. Still 55. Okay, I think we march on up here. We'll take some cover. We'll try and make ourselves a viable target. We've got some good armor.
Coordinates received.
We'll go ahead and we'll take a precision strike just so we can have the greatest chance of taking this out. We'll go for that torso, take out that PPC, maybe burn through to that center torso if we're lucky. We're doing a lot of damage, so if this works, it could go very well. Alright, well, we crit the PPC.
Target's taking a critical hit.
That's going to make it harder for them to use it. We've got a Trebuchet taking shots at our Phoenix Hawk. Okay, that's the other big mech that they have. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, they have the Panther, the Vindicator, and then the Trebuchet. Okay, it's not the be-all and end-all. We should be fine. What have we got here? We have a Locust here, which we could easily kick, and I think we might. This thing's still yet to have it. Oh no, it's already had its turn. Let's go ahead and... if we were to go for movement here, we could bring that down pretty quickly. But we need to do so from either its rear arc or... hang on a second. Is there a way we can manage this? We don't want to open up our backs to get hit otherwise. But at the same time too, I want to cause as much damage as possible. Maybe we just focus in on the Vindicator for now. Yeah, we're gonna... I'd love to punch the... yeah, I would love to punch the Locust, but I think we're going to need to move around first. We'll zip on up over here. That's good evasion. All shots on target. I think we need to go for this action economy. Let's see what we can do here. We've got a pretty good shot of taking it out, so let's go.
As you wish.
Alright, torso down. That's nice. Bye-bye PPC.
Critical hit.
That's the main weapon we needed to disable there. Oh, what the heck?
Warning. Detecting MechWarrior injury.
Someone's got an autocannon, and that didn't feel too good. I don't like the way this is going.
Damage minimal.
Okay, that's oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know how we're gonna... That's 2 full lances. Alright, so what did we lose? Well, we lost our left side torso, not the right side, which has everything of value. That's something at least. They have another Panther up here. They have the Vindicator up here again. I'm tempted to just try and take it out so it doesn't do much of anything. Yeah, that'll open us up way too much to incoming fire. Could go for... that's 25s to hit. We really cannot afford to stay where we are right now. We need to get a little bit of distance if we're going to have much hope. 60%, 50%. I think we'll go ahead and focus on that Vindicator. But we've got to get moving, and that is our left side. Actually, that's what would be showing them. That's really bad. Okay, you know what? That's as good as we've got. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we can do here. At least maybe we can take out a mech. I don't know. It's not looking good. We might need to run through for the objective and then just bail on the mission. Yeah, we're not going to get extra money on this one.
Warning.
I don't see it happening.
Low.
Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Yep, let's go full speed ahead. We need to find our... Oh, actually, you know what? If we jump through, we might actually spook her, and we're not going to get other mechs to be able to fire support, because we've got indirect fire here with our javelin. We have a light mech again with cheese goblin. Oh, actually no, Phoenix Hawk. That thing will do decent damage. This is quite a conundrum. Alright, let's see. Yeah, so that's that. Tank. Got a PPC, but again, what do? We've got to work our way around. I think we might have to shore you up in some water and just blast the life out of whatever's ahead of us.
Orders.
Yeah, we've got the spider. That's in danger. Let's get this. I think we'll go ahead and we'll jump. We'll pick up a little bit of cover here. Yeah, 45%, 55. At least we can include the small laser. I suppose that's probably something's better than nothing. We could avoid... Oh, we could actually get a... Yeah, you know what? This is what we'll do. We'll pop over here.
Got it.
If we hit an arm or a torso there, we might actually get some damage on in. We'll go with a multi-target. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. I don't think it's going to be much, but...
Multiple targets confirmed.
Yeah, miss. Alright. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not liking the look of this. I think we're going to need...
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
I think we need to go for the main objective and then bail. We're not going to be able to stick around. And I'm out. Okay. Yeah, there's just so many more mechs, and I have no idea why. This is we've had some pretty poor luck as far as our missions are concerned.
Systems holding.
The last one worked out, but yeah, that's
Good to
through no
go.
fault of my own. All right, let's go ahead and let's see if we sprint. We can barely make it anywhere. Our odds are garbage because of all of the evasion. Let's see, 30, 50.
Reporting.
The Phoenix Hawk, I guess we could technically try and do something here, but I think we maybe... Let's see, we can sprint, we can jump. It's all about the same, but if we jump... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and focus in on the objective if we can. We'll keep everyone in our forward-facing arc. We might just have to end up sending Cheese Goblin to take down the objective here, and then overheating Locust again, just not really helpful. Actually, hang on a second, let's just see. Yeah, side arc. Oh, it's a hunchback. Okay, AC-20, that would be why that hurt so badly. Ah, man, I love to get a hunchback, but I just don't see that working out for us right now. Yeah, look, I think maybe we just cool down. Let's go ahead and brace for impact. We've got lots of evasion. If we can get to the target, we can still get out of here. We'll try and minimize casualties on our end.
Receiving you.
Money is what we need. Let's go. Actually, 40% on that Hunchy could. 40%, 65. 65. Okay, you know what? We don't have enough resolve. That's bad. Oh, actually, hang on a second. Your lance... I forgot about the resolve mechanics here. Yeah. Your lance gains 15 resolve each round of combat. When the bar is at 50%, your MechWarriors become inspired, gaining +1 bonus accuracy for all attacks. That'd be nice. You know what? We would technically hit that AC 20 if we put all of our damage on there, but I doubt that's going to pan out. Alright, hang on a second. It's only your turn to move. Alright, well... We'll see if we can skirt our way around for the main target, but if not, it is what it is. Yeah, let's just see what we can do. And, you know what? Oh, we've got refire penalties. Let's go ahead and drop that. We'll take a shot. Impair his senses, maybe. That's probably going to have to be good enough. At least we have a chance of doing some damage on the next turn. Essentially, our USC 10 is the equivalent of his AC 20. Oh, and thank goodness that was a miss. That is phenomenal news for us there.
Damage is minor, Commander.
That damage could have been painful. Alright, so what do we have here? We have our
Yes,
objective. Let's go. Big man, you can go ahead and jump. And I think jumping is going to be the best thing. Moving is going to put you in danger. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump. Let's take all of everything.
Up high.
Alright, how much armor has this thing got? It's not much. 2 medium lasers and small. Could take a shot there. I think what we'll focus in on though is a sensor lock. And we're going to go with the Phoenix Hawk and see if we can crush this thing.
Got a lock.
Yeah, alright. I guess the game did warn us that we might have to run in and run out. And my goodness, it was not joking with that info. We're definitely not making extra money on this one. Alright, good thing we got some solid cover there. Let's go... Oh. Yeah, this focus fire is bad. And we critical.
I'm wounded.
And a wound. Oh, this is bad news bears indeed. Come on, don't take out our enforcer.
Minimal damage on that hit.
And of course, they're just pummeling. Oh my goodness. See, this is... Thank goodness we have the 40% damage reduction. Otherwise, we would have been absolutely cooked. How are you doing, bud?
Orders?
Your legs looking messed up. Your arms barely hanging on. You can still shoot, and I think that's a good thing. Got some decent odds, and I think we're going to have to use our precision strike, because if we get hit by that jolly AC-20, we're toast. Yeah, let's keep them... Let's keep them on their toes. Actually, you know what? Maybe we stay in cover. Yeah, we're going to stay in the cover for now. We need every little bit that we can get. Let's focus with our... Let's try and put our left side toward them so we can minimize damage coming in on the right.
Coordinates received.
We don't want to lose our UAC 10. Go precision strike on the hunchback. Let's focus on that right torso there. Yeah, right torso, 48%. We can take out that AC-20. This is going to make our life a lot easier.
All weapons are go.
Alright, and I don't think it did. Alright, that's a pity. Alright. Oh, and somehow it can get into our rear arc like that? That is a little bit rude.
Showing minor damage.
That's annoying. Alright, well, you know what? Did it even do anything? Leg armor, medium laser. It did burn through its armor at least, mostly.
Awaiting orders.
Still doesn't help us out much though. Alright, let's go ahead and move forwards. We're going to focus fire on the... Actually, you know what? There's only 2 of them left. Let's see if this thing comes closer. Maybe we can get some melee and machine guns on it. Let's just go ahead and reserve. I'm counting on you, Cheese Goblin. Alright, damage reduction's good.
Internal structure damage.
Cicada, what are you doing? Taking a shot at Big Man. Fair play. He has been unscathed so far, more or less. If you don't count the leg. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Let's go ahead and... I think we need to focus everything that we've got. 85s, 80s. I don't like leaving ourselves up here, but it's the only way to really cool down a bit, and yeah, we've got to do what we've got to do, and I really need to make sure that we succeed here if possible.
Certainly.
Alright, open fire.
Primary target damage, Commander.
Oh, we took out a left arm? Okay, this is good. Hunchback. Oh. Did we live?
Internal structure damage.
Tank
Our
is
target
tanking.
is making a break for it.
Okay. Big Man, let's go ahead and get on in there. We're going to go with a melee and small laser. Let's focus in on the left-hand side. This gives us cover. Actually, hang on a second. I want melee. Yeah, there we go. Ignores cover. This is what we want. Let's attack.
Position confirmed.
If we can take out a leg or a
Putting
center
my weight
torso.
into it.
Oh, and we missed. Ouch. I was really counting on that landing. Alright. Well, Tank, I'm sorry, but there's not much I can really do for you, buddy.
That shot went internal.
I just don't know how we were expected to be able to run through all of this and still be able to get to our target. Because they were really well spread out. They had a good defensive line, which I'm honestly impressed with. The AI has actually
That
done
shot
something
got
smart.
past my armor.
That said, though, I think we might need to be careful about some of these assassination
Warning,
missions in the
minimal
future
damage.
when they're warding of enemy defenses. Alright, well, you know what? Cheese Goblin's still kicking. That's good. Actually, speaking of which, Cheese Goblin might be able to go ahead and melee. Oh, we're just slightly out of range. Actually, could we? No, we can't change that. Alright, so 70s, all of that. Jump jets is probably not helpful. 85, cover, all of that stuff. You know what? I think we take it.
Coordinates
Does
confirmed.
unfortunately leave room for a potential stray shot if they shoot this way, but... Alright, yeah, we are in close line of fire, but we'll do what we can. Yeah, you know what? Alpha Strike's not even going to overheat us. Let's go ahead and take this thing out. I need to figure out where we need to run away to. Sorry, buddy.
Commander, I'm losing weapon systems.
I think that was our PPC.
Standing by.
Yep, PPC is cooked. Okay. Jump jet doesn't get us far. We can't run anymore. We'll go ahead and we... That's the denial zone. Where is our evac? You know what? If we're gonna go down, we may as well go down swinging. Hey, buddy. We don't have much of a choice. Heats... Yeah, jumping's not gonna change much. It gets us 2 evasion, some cover. Let's just move and shoot. Yeah, I don't know how else we can get you further away from things. We've got 35% chance up over here. More or less. That is actually the best option that we've got, and they are the heaviest hitter. You know what? At this point, stuff it. Roll the dice. We don't have a choice. Roll the dice.
On it.
And 2 whiffs.
Negative damage.
Ah, well.
8 negative damage.
I was kind of hoping that maybe if we missed, we might get a stray shot, but I don't know how to get you out of there.
Reporting internal damage.
We might have just lost our enforcer. Ah, that's a shame.
I'm taking internal damage.
Actually, if we lose a mech, I'm pretty sure we have to collect it as salvage. Or actually, you know what? Maybe we just try and get tank out of here. You know what? I probably should have done that. What we'll do is we'll try and eject. We'll try and eject tank. I don't want to lose him.
Orders?
Yeah, if we can stay alive, we should. Alright, let's see. Toria Noble down there. Let's go ahead and chase. Move on or a jump. It's all about the same. We'll go for a little bit of high ground, maybe. I think that should work out fairly well. We don't have much of a choice.
Engaging jump jets.
Alright, what can we do here? 25%? Actually, I think we'll go for the sensor lock. Maybe, just maybe our Phoenix Hawk's not going to be able to catch up. That's so annoying. You know, we still have the precision strike. You know what? I think we just have to go for it. I think this is just a couple of really bad missions in a row. I just don't understand why it's been quite so painful. We've barely had any opportunities to pick up some decent salvage. We've been
past my armor.
yeah, we're definitely having a fight through this one. Alright, we'll try and get tank out of here.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
But again, they're able to focus fire. They have the action economy. It's burning through our evasion like it's just nothing. Yeah. It's an unfortunate reality that we've got to stick with. And that darn cicada is just so fast too. Like, that's so hard to chase down. I knew that we'd need more than just a mech or two, but we just don't have that capability. I think what we're going to have to end up doing...
Ready for orders.
...is... I think we leave you here for now, although we do technically get a 50% shot on that trebuchet.
Awaiting orders.
Let's see, what could we do? If we go for a jump jet, that'll get us fairly close. 40% though, we'd need our precision strike to land. It's a 3, so it's about to run off anyway, so we're going to lose it if we do not take this, so we have no choice. Alright, so what gives us the best odds? 40%, 30%, 40 and 25. Oh boy. Alright then, I guess we're just going to go ahead and take some damage. We're cooking here.
Engaging jump jet.
The things you have to do to try and make this work. Precision strike, let's go. What have we got here? 28, 43. We have to go for the left torso. Actually, no, we have to go for the center torso. 41% chance. Wait a second. How much armor? 90. We could technically do this if all 3 shots hit, but the game is going to, yeah, it's going to rob us of this. We're definitely taking damage here. That's non-negotiable. We're not shutting down. That's the main thing. That's the only thing that I would mitigate for, but...
Locked on rear armor.
And we hit 2 legs. Darn. At least we got a leg. That is a wound. We didn't...
This heat is cooking my internal structure.
Man, that's not good.
My internals are taking a beating.
Alright,
Waiting for orders.
Hank, let's just go ahead. We can't even run. Can't really jump. Let's go. We'll move up. Again, I think 45%. We could go for that trebuchet. Again, though, we're going to have to deal with the hunchback firing down. I think we have to eject. I'm sorry, but I'm not willing to kill you for the sake, like, the shot just isn't worth it. Bracing isn't going to help us. Damage reduction is just not going to save us. We are cooked. We are absolutely cooked. I'm sorry. Tank, I need you to bail. We've already lost the mission. There's nothing else we can do. There's nothing else we can do. Oh, and that's so annoying too. And because we're down the javelin, we couldn't even get any indirect fire on our target here. The probability of us being able to succeed was incredibly slim, but we just didn't know how much we really needed to just absolutely race whack. Our life depended on it. Couldn't have known that that's what was required. Alright, let's go ahead and get point blank range. We can't go for anything other than taking the shot. Let's go ahead and jump. We'll see if we can get the kill.
Lifting off.
But again, it just is what it is. Maybe if we leg the mech... Actually, we can't even do that. The only aim is... not even the center torso. Maybe a wound? Take out one shot? Actually, no, we can't even take out multiple torso pieces.
Roger.
There's just nothing we can do.
Reporting critical hit.
Well, thank goodness it can only walk and can no longer run. But Cheese Goblin's going to take a bit of punishment here if this evasion doesn't pay off. Does it get there? No. Got locusts moving. Evasion on our spider is at least working. Alright, so long story short, I think we need to take time. We need to get our Vindicator back up and running. I know it's 20 days, but we clearly do not have the tonnage to be able to handle all of this.
I'm showing minor damage.
Yeah, that is... I think that's one of our big issues here. I think the Phoenix Hawk is a nice addition. Between the Phoenix Hawk, the Enforcer, and a Vindicator, I think that'll at least put us on better fighting terms. But as it currently stands, we're just in way too much trouble. Alright, well, you know what? We can fire our machine guns. This will cook us a little bit further, but again, there's no way we can move far enough for us to be able to catch up. We have to do what we must to be able to get our objective completed. Let's see, how much damage do we need? 35. I guess we'll have to see what we can do. Just trying to figure out the best spot for us. Yeah, it's all about the same. Alright, well, prepare for a shutdown.
Here we go.
Cheese Goblin, I hope you can do well. Alright, shutdown alert. Alright, let's drop off the large laser. Medium laser. The other laser. Got an overheat alert, but that's about it. That's only 30 damage at maximum. Not enough to kill this thing. We have to do it. So how much heat does this have? 12... 18. So for an extra 6 heat, do we go for extra damage and just see if we can blitz through? Let's see, 30 damage. That'll be enough for 1, almost enough for 2. If we could hit both of these, we would be fine with 2 medium lasers. You know what, we're shutting down no matter what we do. Yeah, stuff it. We're not going to get any hotter. We don't have another choice, so we're going to go for this. Unfortunately, being overheat does cause us trouble, but we're going for broke at this point. Left torso destroyed.
Target's taken a critical hit. Way over the red line. I'm shutting down.
There is the slimmest amount of hope for our spider to finish this off next turn. Unfortunately, we're shut down. They're going to get some good shots on us. That really hurts us, but again, we're in cover at least. Nothing's going to get close. Oh, I thought that AC-20 had cooked us well and truly.
Damage minimal.
Yeah, luckily all of our structural damage is because of our own doing, so that is,
Receiving you.
at the very least, a good thing. Let's see, what side do you not have? Left leg. is what we need to kick at, punch at. Rears, torsos. I think that'd be enough to do it. Let's go for a melee. And then let's go here so we're not facing our back to too many people. I think this rock should protect us. If we do not get this kill here, we're done with the mission.
Affirmative.
Oh, target destroyed, Commander. Maya, are you ready for the pickup? On station, head to this LZ and I'll get you out of there. Alright. And of course, it's the one place that's kind of hard for us to get to. Okay. Actually, you know what? No, we've only got 2 mechs in the running. We should... Oh, wait a second. We've got to wait to power back up again. Oh, man.
I'm not gonna have a mech left if I keep taking hits like that.
Yeah, sorry about that there, Cheese Goblin.
I'm hit.
Well, we're certainly getting a rough initiation into the career mode. Alright, but you know what? The damage we can probably pay off. At least we've not failed a contract again. That's the main thing. Though you can see just how powerful a large group of light harassing vehicles can be. The fact that they're just able to continue on pummeling goes to show just how effective the swarm can be.
Reporting.
Alright, let's go ahead and restart.
Good to go.
That doesn't get us very far. Trebuchet's coming up close. I think we might take too much stability damage.
That wasn't good.
I think we can get there, but it's going to be a rough one.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
Yeah, if this hunchback hits... Oh, buddy.
Hell yes.
The problem is, though, if we didn't do what we did there, we definitely couldn't have finished our mission.
Good to go.
Sprint, get to the end, get out, go.
On the move.
I'm done.
Full speed.
Alright, so I think we just lost Cheese Goblin. Yep, he's getting pinned down. Cicadas pop like balloons. Yeah, sure.
Mission successful.
That is, honestly, that feels more like a Pyrrhic victory than a, than an actual victory. But you can't do much about that, unfortunately. Alright, so we get money. Hip hip hooray, but that's not gonna... Oh, look at this. We're gonna have to pay so much money. Oh. Cheese Goblin. Oh, wait. Cheese Goblin lives? 95 days. That is the luckiest roll of the dice, I think. Tank's out for 2 wounds. We technically keep the Enforcer, which is nice. Spider. Big Man made it out uninjured by some miracle. We've also made it through. And we did get 1 piece of salvage. Well, I can't believe we didn't even get an extra weapon off that thing. That is utterly abysmal. Ah, man. And to think, there was good stuff there. Alright. You know what? At least what I said is, should be a lesson well learned. We need to get that, our heaviest mechs up and running again. It doesn't matter the time that it's going to take. We need to have the tonnage. And then, well, we're going to need pilots to be able to fight. But I think that should be fine. Alright, gonna need to do some mech repairs, absolutely. Luckily, we do have enough money for the next report, which is at least something. Definitely need to change that Javelin. I think we definitely do want some... I definitely think we need to drop that LRM-5 and put in some lasers. So let's drop that off while we're here. Let's go with the medium laser in either arm. Technically it hurts our heat efficiency, but it's so minimal, it just doesn't count. So we'll go ahead and get that working. Yeah, definitely need some better weapons there.
I'll let you know when that's done.
Let's see. What's the damage on our Enforcer? Oh, we don't have a PPC to replace it. Okay. Hang on a second. MG, machine gun, Phoenix Hawk. Let's get... I think what we'll do is we'll see how long this will take, assuming the game loads the weapons and things. Let's go for a full repair. We're still half a ton down. Maybe we drop... Actually, no. We'll keep what we've got. It's not like we can really add that much extra armor to what we've done. We've got a pretty good setup. Let's go to ammo. We need to buy a half ton if possible. Let's go here. There we are, 11,000. It's not the worst.
New equipment available.
So we'll go ahead and we'll throw that on into... I don't know, the left torso. That should be fine. We're not going to put it in the center torso. Actually, you know what? Chuck it in the boot. There we go. Alright, so we'll have all of those. Everything else replaces. 16 days, 250,000. Wow, that is... Oh wait, we're still 1.5 tons down. What are we missing? Oh, jump jet. Okay, so we don't have a jump jet, and... Okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to waste too much. I think we'll go ahead and chuck another medium laser on. That'll play with the heat efficiency a little bit, but I don't think we can do too much about that. And then... Actually, this vectored thrust... It's damage after jump. I don't think that actually counts for our support weapons. Either that or it's so minimal it doesn't actually transfer over. Actually, yeah, that does make sense. 10% of 3 damage. That's not much. So I guess that'll be why that's there. And then let's go with the... Actually, you know what? Maybe we add on an extra heatsink. Yeah, we'll chuck on another jump jet as well. That'll have to be fine. The movement gets slightly improved. We do lose a medium laser. Actually, you know, let's just chuck that onto the other side. Large laser, medium laser, 2 MGs, slightly better heat efficiency. Actually, that's more than we need. Alright, fine. Let's chuck on the extra laser. It's not going to... It's, yeah. It's worth having. We can always not use some things. Alright, that'll be fine. Let's confirm. Oh boy, that's a lot of money. And now let's see the real pain with this enforcer. Yeah. What do we have? Let's go ahead and... Oh, we can repair the UAC-10. That is incredibly nice to know. Alright, we've got to repair this first. So that's... Actually, let's just repair roll. And then... Yeah, PPC is down. Maybe we switch it out for a large laser. Actually, we need ammo. That's what we need. AC-10. Let's go ahead and check in store. Oh boy, this could be easier said than done. Let's go ahead and buy a ton or 2. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Just so we have a replacement for when we burn through this inevitably. And then, do we stick with the 8 rounds or 4 shots, or do we go ahead and double up even further? And then... Actually, ooh, what we could do, hang on a second, if we did have a large laser, that would give us similar ranges. I do like the sensor altering, but at the moment I'm not sure if we're going to have that available. Yeah, we've got to go with something. We'll boost up the critical chance, I suppose. This weighs 5 tons.
New weapon systems available.
So we'll go ahead and we'll chuck that on into the other arm so we've got better accuracy. That takes us up to our limit, yeah. Okay, so... Oh, wait a second, that's 3 tons of ammo. Hang on a second. Drop that, pop that into the other foot, that'll be fine. UAC-10, we've still got 1 ton left remaining. Heat efficiency, how does it look? Actually, it's not even close. We can drop another heat sink. Let's go ahead and drop in maybe a medium laser or 2. Okay, so now so that'll leave us at 12 heat over the top. If we just don't fire one of our medium lasers, we will be fine as far as our stuff's... Oh, you know, let's also just drop this. Let's just go ahead and make sure that this stays alive. That stays alive. We're just going to armor up. And then we'll see. Yeah, that should be... I think that's a reasonable thing. We'll drop it. We'll drop that jump jet.
I'll get it in the schedule.
Alright, Spider, let's go ahead and repair this too. That'll take us a single day, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and get that done. Alright, Commando, I think at this point, you might even want to sell something so it's not in, I don't know, it is pretty decent. You know, let's see about some weapons. Let's go with some SRMs. Let's see, SRM 6. In fact, we could probably do 2. Maybe if we chucked on a little bit of ammo. And then we've got 1 more ton of armor. Maybe we could max that out. Max this out and that center. Well, that actually takes us to 25 tons. I think that's fairly similar to what we had previously. How many rounds do we have? 100 rounds. Let's see, between... that's what? 9? 8? Yeah, 8 rounds of full firing. You know what? It's actually not too bad as far as firepower is concerned. I think that should be fine. In fact, let's just chuck the twin SRM 6s in the arm. Get the accuracy as high as possible. If something happens, it happens. Yeah, that's how we'll go. Alright, so now all that we need to do is head back to the MechWarrior Bay. We will...
Ready for orders.
Big man, let's give you... recoil penalty... better accuracy. Honestly, I think some accuracy would not go astray. Cold shot bonus. Tempting. Yeah, let's go ahead and just give you better gunnery skills for now. Yeah, that'll have to do. Cheese Goblin, you're out of commission for a bit, but we'll give you a little bit more health, and then I think that would at least work.
Standing by.
Fimble, you're still out for 81 days. Rannick's back in 12.
Awaiting orders.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, and 12.
Yes, Commander.
Commander.
35. Okay, so we almost have to wait a full month for us to be able to get back into things. Okay. Tank, I think we got to go with more gunnery here.
MechWarrior training complete.
I think we've just been a little bit in trouble with not being able to get our shots on target like we really want. And then here comes the question, do we go for some stability here or do we go for some extra guts? I think we do. We'll go for an extra hit point as well. And I'm thinking we might work our way towards some better survivability. Yeah, I think that's going to have to be it.
Training complete.
And then we do actually have another fellow with us, Terrible Bird. He somehow popped up earlier. More or less, I accidentally hired him. And I'm actually not that concerned unless... hang on a second. Maybe we do hire another pilot. Is there anyone we can really afford? You know what? Piloting and gunnery. Let's go ahead and bring on them in. Again, we can always swap the contracts as time goes by for someone if they wish to join the game, which of course is still an option. We're still accepting submissions, but we'll just quickly double check. What are the tasks? So Vindicator's out in 20, that's good. Javelin, Enforcer. Okay, so we need to wait. Vindicator will be 20 days. That will be about 30. Let's get the Spider up as well as the Commando. Vindicator, Commando, Spider, Phoenix Hawk. And then I think we leave the Enforcer out for just a little bit. Yeah. We'll go ahead and we'll let the report go by.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
You know what? Yeah, that is very expensive. We could lose a little bit of morale, and honestly, the money we'd be making... That saves us a good 100,000, 130,000, and right now I think that might be necessary. I don't like being on the lower end of morale, but we're going to go ahead and take it nonetheless. Right now money is the issue. We'll go ahead and give this 2 days for stuff to go.
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
Alright, we still got another 200,000. I think we're going to get Rannick back. Alright, and then where does that leave us as far as MechWarriors? So we've got Big Man, Danger, Headhunter, and Terrorbird. Mech-wise, we are stuck to a grand total of 0. We need 34 days. 34 days. Yeah. Alright, well, we have to wait another month. Alright, let's go ahead and... we're just going to have to let things go by. Underfed. Oh, sorry, underfed. Darius mentions that the ship's galley is low on provisions at the daily briefing. We need to make a supply run, but the question is when. Putting the crew on reduced rations could work for the short term if things are too tight. Everybody else at the briefing... Okay, you know what? We're not going to make everybody unhappy. It's only 5,000 C-bills. That's not going to make us or break us. We lose 5,000 C-bills, but it's enough for the Argo's crew for the next couple of months. Okay. You got to do what you got to do. I guess some of these bad events for being in such poor condition are a little bit more frequent when you're in bad situations, but it is what it is. Let's just double check. Come on. We want the mech bays. 1, 2, 3. We definitely need at least one more mech. Let's see. What is the next one? You know what? We need to make money. Javelin, we're going to go ahead and push that further up. I know I said I really wanted to hold off on the money, but I'm just concerned that we may not be able to afford things for too much longer if we have more bad runs. So technically we do have a minimum lance requirement. All of these are 1.5. Clean out the mechs for a battle in the desert. Single well-armed lance. I suppose we could if we get lucky. Can't afford to do the ambush convoy right now. We're not going higher. That's just gonna toast us. We need to make it to another place. If we're going to go ahead and travel as well, that's going to cost us more money as well. Hang on a second. Let's have a quick... where do we go? $30,000 in 15 days? Oh boy. Alright. Well, we've even got some other flashpoints available too. But apparently... what's that? Siege Breaker? Consecutive deployments. We cannot afford to do this. Requirements are light at least, but again, that's we are not prepared. All right, let's see what's closest. 18, 15, 16. Okay, we're definitely going by travel time at this point. We don't have much of a choice. We've already visited here, unfortunately. That's the actual quickest one too, which is even more irritating, but it is what it is. Okay. You know what? It just has to be what it is. I think we'll go... ...17 days Enforcer. I think we wait for the Phoenix Hawk to come back online. We'll do that and the Vindicator. That should at least be 2 decently weighted mechs. Yeah, I really can't wait for that much more time. I think the Phoenix Hawk is far more beneficial to keep around. So you know what? We're actually going to go ahead and go through another month.
Ready to go over financials whenever.
There goes a whole bunch of money. Alright, this would take us down to 19. Is that enough? Oh, that'll hurt us there. Projected bankruptcy, but we still stay... what is it? Current morale, it'll be steady. You know what? No wiggle room, but I think it's worth it. We'll accept it's projected bankruptcy, but we can make money in time. We only need 60,000, and I think that should be sufficient. So let's go ahead and...
We're almost completely out of cash.
Yep, almost out of cash. 15 days, that's all we're waiting on. I
We're
just
nearly broke,
cannot
Commander.
risk not having the strength needed. Alright, the Memorial Hall. In the evening, Big Man ducks into your quarters. Dark circles rim his bloodshot eyes. Hey, Commander, I know you're busy, but I don't know where to turn. What's wrong, MechWarrior? Big Man's voice trembles. I haven't slept in days. I keep thinking, why me? Why am I alive? I've seen ejections fail, ammo explosions, and impossible headshots. Rookies, veterans, it doesn't matter. How long until my picture is added to the memorial wall? Alright, let's just go ahead and give him some reassurance. I think that's fine. We don't need to... I don't think we need to necessarily give him to the medtechs. That's... I think... Depending on the kind of person, that could be helpful, but at the same time too, he's looking for help and he's coming to us. So let's talk to him. Meet him where he's at. Alright, well, we all end up on the wall one day, but it takes more than luck to make it as far as you have, MechWarrior. You start reassuring a hand on Big Man's shoulder. You're here because of your talent. Frankly, you've taken some hits that would have put me in early retirement. Big Man stares at his boots. But what if I slip? Then we'll catch you. Every single member of this outfit has your back, on or off the battlefield. If you need to talk for an hour, or a night, or every night, I'm here for you. Thanks, Commander. A faint smile cracks Big Man's face. I won't abuse this privilege. You have my word. He's now dependable, and is in high spirits for the next 30 days. Okay, well that's very nice to see. Let's quickly go ahead and give this thing a week.
Our nest egg is just about gone,
Yep,
Commander.
I am aware, but we have one day. Oh. There we go. Work on the Phoenix Hawk is complete. We'll come back with a contract. Yeah, things have not been going well for us, but who knows? Maybe this is the one that turns the tide. We'll get some money, pick up some salvage, you know, get back to the basics. So, if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.